shall always work towards ensuring that the learners before him or her are educated in a holistic approach to be the best they could be in most instances. Therefore, we could not afford to miss this opportunity to be part of this event of recognizing the achievements in the life of Wale A.T. DLAMINI, the future that came early, and it's a milestone indeed. To touch a bit on the importance of education in our lives, relating it with the function today, may I state that education can create a better human being. It gives ability to read and write. And a man without education is like a building without foundation. I will summarize this or maybe touch this not because I know DLAMINI that he's a farmer, part of his life is actually turned into a farmer, but I would like to make this particular quote which is related to education by Kajal Shana, where he is referring to one of the important attributes of education. He states that knowledge is the food for man, because in absence of knowledge, man cannot grow food. Through the whole process of education, it is important to mention that all key stakeholders play their profound roles and responsibilities at all times. And most of all, the role of a parent in education of a young could never be ignored. Parents play a big role in the education of the young people. Therefore, it is very important for us as a nation to invest accordingly in our education. Further, we have got to work tirelessly towards ensuring that our education system and policies are well defined at all times to buttress the drive for a better and relevant education system in the country at formative stage, which is beginning at pre-primary schools to up till grade 3. It is very important that we've got a very strong education system at that stage, so that we could have many more well-educated Yemaswati like Wale A.T. in the country, invariably Africa, to prosper. This shall also cause our global community, especially the academicians, to uphold our education system a befitting status world over. We celebrate today with you, Wale A.T., together with your family on this milestone. Thank you to everybody for listening to me, and may God bless you.
Ngosi lencwadi loyibhalile tawusita situkulwane lesitahula ngemuva sifunze mlameni usesikolweni akukhathalekile ukuthi uhlupheke kangakanani nawufika esikolweni ubona labanye batshintsha icathulo bafaka icathulo defashion ungabe usuyacaba ngekhaya nawufuna lokho yathi ekhaya ukuthi ekhaya kunjani kodwa yenzi thina ngachubeka nemfundo yami lokho wena unene ukuthi abasita abantwana baqhubeke baphumelele njengawo Ngosi uchubekile esikolweni nguvile emlangeni usakhuluma khuluma wathi wafunda ngebhatha uliqiniso Ngosi ibhatha lakho kodwa uphasa Ngosi namhla abantwana bafunda ngagesi kodwa bafeyili lendlula libhatha wena umnene wakhangana wangiyabona kuthiwa phefu usikotela uvule bese usibhokosa ibhobo la ufaka indwango la bese etha parafini uyachubeka futhi yathatisha wasefika siketekete angendlule kushela lapho wena umnene Ngosi ngibonga kakhulu. Ufunde kakhulu kodwa uphakamisa justice. Ngibonga kakhulu Nkosi. Siyathi mlangeni nangathi abaphakamise intandla la emasondo tathothi emasondo lo tathi. Baba bane ukuthi sabasimakhathi. Kodwa Nkosi besithi nasibonga ukuthi ngingabongi mina ebongani simakhathi. Lamagama lawo Nkosi abonisile labanene. Athi umuntu langabe khona la kwendawo bathi nabamdumisa evele ehlombe la ngemva kanisela imsewele. Wena wawuliva lehlombe ukudumisa ukuthi ukhombe simakhathi umsane simakhathi. Nkosi sibonga namake eceleni kwakho. Ubhala lencwadi umala nebulala ebusuku anawo. Ngisho somuntu nankulu Nkosi make belaceleni kwakho. Sithi nasiyokuhlola silethe umthandazo. Make ulaceleni kwakho. Siyambasela imshado ethatha make. Ngiyaphetha Nkosi ngaze kulule kakhulu. Daza ngixoxe MC wami. Mlangeni ngitafunda amavesi yabona mathathu. Angina umusho ngafunda nje kuphela kwalelo sikhathi. Abhalwe eSwati Nkosi. Hlonishwa kulokho ngiyabona ukona mlangeni. Awuze mkhonze kuyetho. Ngiyakutholela bo. Lapha mlangeni livela kithi emasiko lapha emini umhlaba wonke jikelele. Ihambe emini baba. Kodwa nasekuyo ngala Nkosi sina 54 years. Sathola inkululeko. Ngivile uhulumende akalibandla lekuthuthukisa Swati sethu. Lulwimi lwethu lemaswati. Kodwa ngiva lebandla likhuluma ngekuvusa emaphepha eSwati lapha. 54 years sithe iphepha leSwati. Asifunda Nkosi eSwati. Lesikhathi oshoyo nje kwabona isingisi kunesizulu. Namanje Nkosi ngithelana naseNatal. Ngithole isizulu. ISouth Africa ithole mazibusito. Inalamaphepha amabili. Bakhona boSowetan, bakhona boSunday Day, bakhona boSunday Times, bakhona boBanibani. Kodwa unelanga laseNatal kunelisolo lezwe lisolo lomfuluqwe. Sizulu fayitwa lulwimi lesizulu. La kangwane kaze bemini uNkulunkulu wami. Solo livele emaswati. Labantwana bona la abakosi. Labana bafundzile eSwati basikhatha sikole. Kodwa siyabehlula kusikhuluma. Kanti bemele iphepha ngabe ba practice. Ufa bakhuluma nokunene athi Natal lapha emsakati umntwana afunda noma tindzaba. Athi umuntu ulimele agibedwa imoto. Agibedwa imoto. Umuntu wemwili umwili. Abaqili umwili. Konke lokho kubele amaphepha akhona ngaleSwati siyathuthuka siyembili. Kunemagama esingisini longekwatshathe kuwabuyise esiSwati. Ayadukisa nje mama. Bathi nabathi baba wakho lomncane bathi akhe. Bakusema malume akhe. Amfunza kodwa njengethi sale mthupha. Lwale Nkosi sibonga kakhulu Nkosi nale ncwadi yakho nyendanga. Bayithatha Nkosi bayikumushe ngaleSwati. Bathi namkhulu ahlele ekhaya kubantu lakusekuncane eKristu futhanda. Uyokhula lihlakaniphile letona. Ngalo magama wena kumene ngiyafunda leSwati nje ngakuthathikita kuba ngesifuzana. Kunemagama ngibale professor Mfazamsayisi. Kunemagama lekumele lento washiya nje ngafunze ngiyola kufikise lesigaba lokusela musa. Takasha Solomoni 3 umswati David. Swaveswa nje sigcine ku u4 ufundela kanjena bazalwane ndotsana yami ungayikhohlwa imfundiso yami kodwa inhliziyo yakho ayigcineni yalo ngobe ngiyo le ntakunika emalanga eminyaka eminyenti ekuphileni kwakho ikunike nokuchuma ushothi kuphumelela njalo kuphumelela ungahlukani nenhlonipho njalo uzofikela inhlonipho nekwethembeka ukhungele enzanyeni yakho ukubhala ephepheni lenhliziyo yakho livesi lekugcina 4 lokho kuyakwenda ube nelivumo loluhle uthandwe naNkulunkulu nebantu bonke inkosi kusisi mlangeni lithe bandla lemapostoli ekhakanhlebo wena kunenena beva ukuthi ngicala bamjubele endleleni inkosi noma ngasiko sakho singalethiwa nakade bathi hayi babe phela ngeke ukuthi uya okudokotela 18 uthi lokuphethe esandleni fika ukuthi bapostoli bathi bathe wena kunene ngilethe nalibhayi ufike umbathise make nawe libhathe nobabili Agente.
Ngaba confirm nje ukuthi lokhu umpastor Malazi ayikho vele phela the protocol, so that's protocol observed. Bengathi nje egameni bonke abantu laba sifayile sakhe ukhulisa abedlamini ngicela abatali bakhe labasanda emhlabeni uma-siblings namanye asemhlabeni uthishela imindeni ngathi lahlelekile asakhula nawo wonke umuntu ufaka isandla empilweni yakhe bengicela sitshaye idali. Egameni abantu bakwaDlamini siyabongela babeDlamini umntali kithi sibanenge usifundisile saba banenge awuzange sokukhethela ibali sonke babeDlamini siyalingana. Ngasho babe ukuthi siyakhuthaza ukuthi uqhubeke kule mpilo yakho lemfishane lengaka usesemncane kangaka inyawo lakho mhlawumbe uma usukhulile-ke uyawukhathala kodwa abanyana sithi hhayi thina sabona indvodza ligcinile encane ulikharektha-ke babeDlamini umuntu esanza hleka nekujoka nje kodwa-ke umuntu lophinza kwe-street nganipekusela ukuthi njalo ekuseni ngazivuka udamvathi kunenkomo leshodayo simangala noma vuka nga-6 kodwa wadingayo senkomo leshoda yasuka ngalenyela ngasiyaphuta kuye ekhaya sibeke ujayiveni nemajaha sibona ukuthi iyele ngabofonga naye lemfihlo angafake encwadzini lokho cha sithi sithi mlangeni asembe ukuthi impilo yakho uhlale uyisho ukhulume ngalesinye isikhathi ukhulume ngempilo yakho nje ukuthi wakhulwa nokhulwayo. Siyethemba ukuthi le ncwadi sisayifunda nje nawo nebantwana basetha nabakhulu nabantwana nje nakusonke kunenge esitakufunza noma ngabe sishintsha impilo yemfundo utabe ukukhulu. Ngalawo magama sithi cha mlangeni ilanga lakho leli awuphinze futhi ulitholele nje. Ushilo umfundisi lomunye la wathi unenhlanhla ukuthi babhala incwadi nawe usaphila. Siyabongela lokho alawo magama nje bangisho ukuthi this is your day, please enjoy the moment.
The main objective of DBO is to complement government's development efforts by fostering national economic development and self-sufficiency, engaging in commercial and strategic investments, as well as preservation of traditional and cultural values and heritage. Dr. A.T. DLAMINI was appointed to this position in 1991, and having served the organization for 13 years, His Majesty King Yemaswati III appointed him to serve the Kingdom of Eswatini as Prime Minister from 2003 to 2008. This appointment came at a time when the Kingdom was facing economic and political challenges. Two important things happened during his tenure as Prime Minister. That is, the Constitution of the Kingdom was adopted and good governance enhanced. In 2008, Dr. DLAMINI was reappointed back to DBO as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, having served his 5-year term as Prime Minister. In June of 2009, he was also appointed by His Majesty the King as Special Envoy for SADC in Madagascar to mediate on a political impasse in that country, which he did to the satisfaction of His Majesty and the entire South African regional governments. Dr. ABSALOM DLAMINI holds a bachelor's degree in commerce from the University of Botswana and Swaziland, and also a Master of Business Administration MBA degree from the University of Nairobi, Kenya. He has vast experience in the areas of development finance, business strategies, mergers and acquisitions, and corporate governance. He has held managerial positions in various local institutions such as the Central Bank of Eswatini, Eswatini National Provident Fund, and Eswatini Industrial Development Company. He has also served in many boards and is currently the chairman of the Royal Eswatini Sugar Corporation, RES. Dr. DLAMINI has participated in many conferences and business seminars within and outside of the Kingdom of Eswatini. For his remarkable and meaningful contribution to the Kingdom of Eswatini, demonstration of outstanding statesmen of profound erudition and outstanding achievement in leadership, particularly in good governance, Dr. DLAMINI has received the following honors and awards from His Majesty King Yemaswati III. The Medal of Chief Counselor of the Royal Order of King Sobhuza II, and the Order of Eswatini of King Yemaswati III, as well as the 45th Anniversary Award. He has also received the Order of Brilliant Star with Special Grand Cordon, awarded by the President of the Republic of China in Taiwan. Dr. A.T. DLAMINI was also awarded the World Citizen Award of Excellence in Bahamas Islands by the World Citizen Award Organization. For his outstanding leadership and magnificent contribution to international cooperation, His Majesty King Yemaswati III and Chancellor of the University of Eswatini bestowed upon ABSALOM DLAMINI the Honorary Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I present to you this great son of the Kingdom of Eswatini, the man who sold tomorrow, the man of Tima and Kalida, the man of the people, the great farmer, the man who has improved a lot of lives, and the father of many, Dr. ABSALOM DLAMINI.
Your Royal Highnesses, Honorable the Right Honorable Prime Minister and Member of Parliament, Cleopas DLAMINI, former Prime Minister, Man of the Hour, Dr. A.T., Shemeli SNC, now only Emabanda, Ewelulega, Ubare, you see, Balaba 16, Abaton Travel, Zela Woman for the Wami Donsan Tunangulu, Pandabangosi, na former PM, Umati Magakulu, angathi ukuthi bakhethele intandla lencane kangaka kusinto sokumisa Tunangulu. Ngiyethemba ngirecognize i-cabinet yaNtunangulu 18 ngoba ngiyibona ukuthi ikhona. Kuthane lento awusho ngaNtunangulu sizathu nje simple. Ntunangulu ufuna ukukhuluma nje enough ukuthi kuvakale ukuthi i-message yini. Ufuna ukuthi bese kuyasetshenzwa sekuyendile. Akafuni encyclopedia ukulokhu uchaza into sekuvakele. Angisho Nkosi ngisaku-invite inemvelo ekhathi lethu matima kepha ngathisha ukuthi ufike ngesikhathi esimatima kakhulu. Umnotho ukabi o-COVID nyalo sibhekene nemisindo evele. Kepha sesibonile lokuthi uNkulunkulu will make a difference. He's up to the task. La ngikhuluma nje i-gross domestic product umnotho emva kwe-COVID udlondlobole kakhulu kangwane than any other southern country and most South African countries. Sikhule nga 5.9%. I-COVID yawo siyayibuka nje siyayifuna siyibelethekele. Akusho ukuthi 18 nakefika wakhanza kude etimini. Nene yakhona wakhanza kude emajaji abophe imfalo wahamba. Nangimbuta ukuthi ethi yini main target ofuna ukuyachieve lo. Nembala abuye emajaji.
Ukuqala sisuka na esalishi semie siyemaluse university. Siyathetha lapho sisuka kanye siye Central. Siyafika siyasebenza. Yasuka yena uyoba ngisiyo wePio. Some years later, yasuka nami uyoba ngisiyo ngoba PSPL. Yasuka wePio is appointed Prime Minister. So, Pastor McDonald, I would have contributed a few chapters in your book, probably without even doing any research, because ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to be among you today on this auspicious occasion, which is the launch of the biographical book of Dr. ABSALOM DLAMINI, titled A.T. DLAMINI, A Future That Came Early. Being asked to make a keynote address at an event held in honor of a man with a decorated and illustrious career and a life journey such as Dr. DLAMINI is such a massive task. When Dr. DLAMINI invited me to be the guest speaker at this launch, I did not hesitate to accept the invitation for several reasons. One being that not only is Dr. DLAMINI a man and a compatriot whom I hold in high esteem, but this is a leader who has earned his stripes and deserves to be honored through a biographical narrative. I also accepted this invitation because I relate and believe strongly that as a person, there comes a time when our stories must be told and archived so that they are preserved for those who will come long after we are gone. Such narratives are important because they serve as a reference point for those who will take up the baton of leadership and the biographies for the scholars of history who will seek to capture specific moments in the history of this nation. We are always encouraged when one of our own takes pride in sharing their life story and the contribution they have made in society, because such a biographical narrative let us know about such compatriots and their role in shaping our society. A biography or any personal account go beyond appraising and profiling an individual, but can make a valuable contribution to the intellectual architecture of a society in several ways. First, such work enshrines the literary depository of our society and boosts the society's market of ideas. Good biographies become an inspiration to those who interact with them because they contain important lessons and sometimes remind one that they are not the only ones experiencing certain events and challenges in life. Distinguished guests, it's not my duty to review the book because I believe that the author did due diligence in that regard. But allow me to talk briefly about Dr. DLAMINI, who is an elder, a leader, a statesman in his own right, so that we may appreciate why we are here tonight. Dr. DLAMINI is a long-standing servant of the nation of Yemaswati, a compatriot who has served the nation's royalty, government, business, and the people of the beautiful nation with humility, wisdom, and honor. I want to congratulate His Majesty the King and Her Majesty Dr. for identifying and honoring you, Dr. DLAMINI, with the privilege of serving the country's royalty and nation at large. His long winding career in politics, business, and society in general transcends generations, and his visionary leadership and ideas are as relevant today as they were 2 decades ago. He is one of several compatriots who have stood the test of time, and one whose wisdom and knowledge, current and future generations of leaders may tap into. Those of us who have been fortunate to either watch him or run alongside Dr. DLAMINI in different capacities have seen him rise from being an ordinary professional to becoming a national and continental asset. As Prime Minister, friend, and colleague, I wish to thank you, Dr. DLAMINI, for all the contributions you have made and continue to make towards making His Majesty's government work for our people during our tenure as Prime Minister and beyond your term. You left an indelible mark which is visible, practical, and tangible. It is a privilege for me to have served after compatriots like you and other Prime Ministers, because you brought honor and respect to the office. I hope that this biography has set a precedent that as a society we need to honor those compatriots who serve our nation by documenting and telling their stories. In conclusion, Dr. DLAMINI, may I take this time to congratulate you on capturing and archiving your humble yet rich and illustrious legacy, and for telling your story in your own words. I have no doubt that those who will read this book will find it worth their time and money, and that they will draw valuable and practical life lessons which they can apply in their own circumstances. The book has come at the correct time, when this country needs to tell its own stories of hard work, selflessness, success, and resilience. I wish you all the best in everything you want to achieve with this biography. God bless you. Thank you.
It is time for the official launching of the book, A Future That Came Early. We welcome on the podium His Excellency the Prime Minister, Dr. A.T. DLAMINI, and Pastor Victor McDonald, the author of the book. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give them a round of applause?
Your Royal Highnesses, Honorable Chief, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Cabinet Ministers, the regional administrators, the Chairman of Eswatini National Council, captains of the industry, bishops and pastors, the big author, Pastor Victor McDonald, the chairman of the main committee of the Dalangwane, the media, my colleagues at the BIO, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. I am deeply honored and humbled by your presence today at the book launch ceremony. For each one of you to have set aside time to be present in spite of your busy schedule I am grateful. It is a reflection of your kindness and acknowledgement of the important role each one of you has played at different stages of my life and journey. I recognize the fact that my life story would not have been what it is today without people around me. Today, I have a story to tell because of you and many other people in all walks of life, both in Eswatini and internationally. To the Honorable Prime Minister and members of Cabinet, thank you for gracing this historic occasion in spite of the short notice invitation. First and foremost, let me start by expressing my gratitude to the Almighty God, the giver of life, and without whom I would not be here today to celebrate my journey. I thank him for his grace, wisdom, knowledge, and his protection over the years as my story was being played out. To him be the glory, honor, and praise for this historic achievement in my life. I acknowledge His Majesty King Yemaswati III for his constructive guidance, mentorship, and wise leadership. I thank him for always affording me the time and opportunity in shaping my ideas and thoughts over many years. I thank him for his patience, which enabled me to think through many complex issues. In a similar way, I recognize the wise counsel and motherly role the Ndlovukazi has played over the years as I assumed royal duties early in my career. Her Majesty personally mentored and provided me with insights and elderly advice every step of the way. I am deeply indebted to her. In a special way, I thank my loving wife, Lasmelane, and my entire family for having had to endure me my constant preoccupation caused by numerous responsibilities. Without their wholehearted support and encouragement, my story would not be worthy of telling. To the main committee of the DLAMINI, together with management and the entire staff, both past and present, with whom I have spent the latter part of my career, I am so grateful for their contribution in helping me achieve my goals and making me a better person. I thank the various team players in my life, my classmates, teachers, my peers at the university, and my professors, my business associates and former colleagues at cabinet and other government officials, my friends, all of whom contributed enormously to my career in all walks of life. My story could not have been complete without each one of you and everyone else who was present in my life at each stage of my life and at each role I played. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish also to thank my various bishops, pastors, and the church at large. There's a lot the clergy has done to me, my life. In particular, fellow members of my church and the Apostolic Faith Mission. I thank you for being my spiritual mentors. Your prayers and wise counsel made every lot easier. May God bless each one of you immensely. To my author, Pastor Victor MacDonald, thank you for seeing my story as worth telling. Your initiative and vision appeared unreal in the beginning. Thank you for convincing me to tell my story. Never in my wildest dreams did I envisage that a book could be written about me and launched in an epic occasion like this one. You are not just a friend to me, but you are a God-given brother. Ladies and gentlemen, when the pastor approached me, I did not know literally who he was. I saw a man approaching me and said, Mr. Dlamini, I request that I write your biography. I kept quiet. I said, who is this man? And he explained, and then he wrote a letter requesting, can you believe, somebody coming to you and ask if he could write your biography. Where have you heard that? That is why I say he's a God-given brother to me. And then I said, where do you know me? What did you unveil? He said, oh, I saw you one day. You were fundraising at St. Mark's High School. And by the time you wanted to collect the money, you asked everybody to bring Obesil, the Masaga, because there is a lot of money there. And then he said, later on when I saw him, he said, I was surprised, a man of such faith. And then he said, at the end, I had 300 or 500, I ended up contributing 2,000. He appreciated that. That's how I know him. And from there, we wrote back with my wife, said, fine, you can go ahead. I made a statement the other day that I have never applied for a job in my life. This was a mystery. Don't you think this is a mystery again? I'm saying, Pastor MacDonald, may the Almighty God advance your ministry. And fulfill the desires of your heart. Pastor MacDonald, if I may say a few words, I learned during the time when we were working, I learned that he is an outstanding philanthropist, marriage counselor, intercessor, economic advisor, motivational writer. He's an author of several Christian books. He has been a great blessing to the kingdom of Eswatini, as he has positively changed a lot of life, both young and old, regardless of color, race, social class. He was helping the less privileged. Now, this man, I learned, he has got a lot of students around Swaziland, South Africa, Africa, Cyprus, from his pocket. Thank you, Fundis. I call him Fundis, not Pastor. Thank you, Fundis, to support Tim, especially Ultimate Printers and Publishers Limited, and everyone who worked with you up to the publication of the book. As it all became real, I continuously reflected on each stage of my life with gratitude, every experience, both positive and negative. From humble beginnings and many hardships, including wear barefooted to school, my story is proof that your background, no matter how limited, Bishop usually, they don't work hard, especially for school. They think their riches at home is going to grow with them. So, this is what we are going to get from that book. My prayer is that everyone who will read this book, who will read my story, will find something encouraging and learn a lesson or two from the many experiences shared in the book. Thank you for the positive sentiments expressed in the book by some of those I impacted. To my good friend Netikesh, thank you for honoring me by writing the foreword and your positive contributions in my journey. I wish to thank all the speakers today. Thank you for your kind words. I'm truly humbled. To all those who have contributed financially and morally to the success of this book project, may your blessings from God overflow. In a special way, I am deeply grateful for the support of these three companies: Montigny, Inyati Construction, and Ocean Fresh, and a personal friend of mine, Paul Friedlander. I am looking forward to reading my life story myself too, and naturally there will be those chapters where I will wish I could rewind and perhaps do things better or react differently to challenging situations. Although this is not possible, I pray to the Lord Almighty for His guidance in all assignments in the remaining chapters of my life. Remaining chapters of my life. To be able to make amends and complete the final chapters of my story on the highest note with the greatest wisdom. In conclusion, I wish to dedicate this book and my entire life story through this book to my parents who have since passed on. Through their daily sacrifice, mentoring, and discipline, I was writing my life story with them. The achievements and successes in my life, including how I have dealt with challenges over the years, are all attributed to their positive influence. I am sure they would have been proud to witness such an occasion. I am grateful to see some of my sponsors here. I know they don't want to show up, but I want to say thank you very much. May I end by once again thanking you, each one of you, for your presence. Thank you to everyone who has made this day a success through your various roles and contributions. Thank you to everyone who is part of the story of my life. May God bless you. I thank you.
Ayethi wena wabhuza kwezindema sibekela mgungudu weimpondo ziphumule njeni ngabe enkomeni zisabani awulila ngaphesheya kendvulo khombe Yemaswati awulila ngaphesheya kendvulo khombe abalondolozi siguduza kumnyama kuhlule sigidigidi saka maphobane Mswati ungiphidile ngisho kwale sikhulule simnyama engani sibashisile abakhwetela indawo eblowini ngalo zithakala ngqabani namale mahlele esikhwahla ndikamlumbi engani usibonile loso sikhuni uthi sekathi jikijele kangwane sangamlanzele edinyaweni kwasha iningizimu Afrika yongana kwayikwethuka sigodlo kaZulu kwakhangele mankengane kwakhe ethandayo kwayikwethuka eMandebela Mswati usimanga ingani ulidvala libhlophe libusheleleti luna kalisotela nyathela mahalinyane Mswati ungiphikile ngisho kale moletsheni kababe kangwane kamhlokotla ingani ihlelela ugodlo nitayihleka tinyoni tayihleka netaka amabhela kalanga Mswati usimanga kwale mungule emnyama lembese umthimba ingani kube embese mina mfoka sanemambala ngithukumele Mswati ungiphikile ingani uthebe lapho sebakuqambele emangamsa kanzaba wemana ngemambala ngeliqiniso lebe mangalo nabokhokho bakho emandulo naleli live lakho Mswati liyadungutela bona bakangwane sebayakubiza bayakulayeza ingani live lakho Mswati selingenele emambukane nemahalinyane bathi kuphi emsakanzaba nalla kangwane lemunga kubalela kuthathiwa ngisho esikoleni eNgilandi ingane ofuna latholidzala abantu basemandulo anike khandlela saleni mngizelela njengenkomisa uhlatshwa ingani seyingene imbubo esigodlweni ludzithini yase yambulala Cleopas ubuthe uthatha temnotho nimambala Mswati ungiphikile unele kufika lapha kalobamba kwahoko mathi oshethongana izaba nemagquma ingani waseyingene imbubo yaseyingene ingwenyama ayothe wena waphakathi wena unganga mathapha unganga luthe sebanganga wesilo sikhulu sebanganga wena ukune